is Brandon Sanchez. I'm the incident commander of the 1st Thunder Fire.
I'm Jason Mitchell. I'm lieutenant with Pennington County Sheriff's Office.
I'm Cece Lipa, the public information officer.
They said you guys are going to start and you ask questions after. So.
Yep. So quick update on the fire. We're estimating 150 acres. Pretty much, we got, I would say, around 75 to 100 resources on scene with two heavy helicopters, 4 air tankers, air attack, multiple engines, a few crews, and miscellaneous overhead.
Right now, the Sheriff's Office is focusing on some road closures and pre-evacuation type notifications. The road's closed. Victoria Lake Road from Sheridan Lake to Taylor Ranch Road is closed. Also, Norseman Lane is closed. There may be some expansions on that depending on how this thing develops throughout the day. Pre-evacuation orders, we're not evacuating anybody right now. However, I would urge the public who lives in the vicinity to be prepared, get whatever documents, medications, animals, things like that, ready to go, just in case the wind switch and the fire does expand. You can look for evacuation notifications at the Pennington County Public Safety Board, which is on our website and our Facebook page. That'll give you the most up-to-date information on any evacuation warnings and locations. And if we do have to start evacuations, we'll be going out door to door with law enforcement to make those notifications, and we'll also be posting that on the news and social media as well. You can find the most up-to-date information on our Facebook page, all of our social media, Pennington County Sheriff's Office. If you have any, if you're in the immediate area and you have any livestock that may need some space to go to, the Pennington County Fairgrounds has opened up their area for you to utilize. Contact the Pennington County Fairgrounds for that information. Other than that, we just urge the public just to stay out of the area. Let these fire crews do their jobs. You're not going to do anybody any help by being nosy and getting in their business. So just please stay out of the area. And again, North Peak Road, or not North Peak, but Victoria Lake Road and Norseman are closed down at this time.
The fire is working on creating a centralized Facebook page, but for right now, please refer to Pennington County Sheriff's Office for the most up-to-date information. We'll share our Facebook page when it gets posted.
Any questions?
Do you have a cause yet?
Cause is unknown at this time, so it's still under investigation.
What communities are going to be affected most by the smoke? Like, which direction is it headed in as right now?
When I was up there earlier, it looks like the smoke was actually heading more towards the west, sorry. So it's actually going away from Rapids. So, but if the winds change, probably in the evenings, you're going to get a lot of smoke right for the next 4 to 7 days, just with it burning, continuously burning.
Any idea of how many homes specifically are impacted yet?
I do not have an exact number. Do you?
I don't. As of right now, there are 0. But again, there's residential areas somewhat close vicinity that may be impacted at some point. So just keep watching the news and social media posts in the local counties.
In terms of containment, where are we at right now?
We're still sitting at 0 right now.
And there's been kind of discussion of whether this has been the largest fire within the region. Can you guys either confirm or?
It's not even close probably to the largest in the region. So we've had multiple ones just last week that were way bigger than that. So
What's the priority?
this is probably the #1 priority in the region as we speak.
Can you talk a little bit more about that priority? I heard maybe there's groups coming from Colorado to just kind of help out, scout the area, or talk about some of those things.
So when we get larger fires like this, we will get resources from all over the country if possible. So with this being the highest priority in the region, we get access to, like we have the 4 air tankers. If we were lower on the priority, we probably would not get that. So since we're higher up on the priority, we end up getting a lot more resources. So, and hopefully they start coming in sooner than later.
And just to clarify, have there been any reported injuries, fatalities by any means?
None of those reported at this time.
Is this all on Forest Service land or a mix of ownership? Or
It is a mix of Forest Service and private.
Can you talk about the neighborhoods that are kind of on watch now and the afternoon, which neighborhoods might be more affected?
Yeah, sure. So the neighborhood on Sheridan Lake Road from probably Victoria Lake down along Norseman, Red Rocks area, depending on how the winds shift. Certainly be prepared to get yourself ready. I'm not sure exactly where this fire is going to go, but it's always best just to be prepared just in case. So, and also on the north side of this thing, probably the Dark Canyon area, possibly even Fallen Rock area, Hasega. So just to be prepared.
Earlier we had gotten calls from people saying that there were people going around telling them that they may need to evacuate. Should they only be hearing that from the sheriff's office? Is that
We'll be putting that out. Our evacuation orders will be out. We'll be going door to door. We did place some door hangers on last night and throughout the morning, just giving people a heads up, just to be prepared. We try to get ahead of these things if we can. We hate to play catch up afterwards, but so yeah, just to be prepared. So that's the main message.
Is there like a list or a prepared list of like, if you're preparing to evacuate, what's important, what's not important to take with you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we can post a copy of our door hangers on our social media. I would think the most important thing would be, if you have any medications, grab a small bag. I wouldn't be packing up your whole house. Don't take the time to do that. If you have small bits at home, maybe some personal items, important documents, things like that. That would always be important to have rounded up. Family photos, things like that. You can never replace. Most everything else is replaceable, but the important stuff that you can't replace, I would certainly have in an easy to grab location.
And if there was an evacuation, do you guys have somewhere that people would be relocated to as of right now?
Still working through that right now.
How's
How dry it is and everything right now, is there a concern that with this not being contained right now and everything, that this could start popping up anywhere else throughout the Black Hills?
Yes, there is the chance of having multiple fires. It is September, it is one of our busier months, I feel like. So with this weather, it is a red flag day. So people should be cautious on working outside, welding, where they're parking, what they're doing outside. Days like this, 100 degrees in September, and for how you guys can see how dry it is right now. Just something to be aware of.
Can you detail a bit of what are the prerequisites in order to be justified as a red flag warning?
There's multiple things. So it could be temperature, relative humidity. So if it gets below 20%, and then your wind speed. So if you have two of the three of those, you usually have a red flag. So with today, I think the weather's supposed to be up to 100, and RH, I believe, 15%. So that puts us at a red flag. And they were calling for higher winds, but luckily we are not getting them.
And can you detail any of the, most pressing concerns that may be leading us to the afternoon?
The weather, the warm weather for how late it is in the season is really alarming for us. Just trying to get containment around the fire. Hopefully the weather does cool down. Hopefully we get higher humidities at night. Last night we think we got like a 32% recovery, which is not good. That's like a normal day for us. We're in the middle of the day, so we would like the higher recoveries of RH with relative humidity. So hopefully that happens tonight, because then we can actually do a lot better work maybe within the night, just to get more containment on this fire.
Have any fire lines been set up, and if so, where?
Fire lines.
Blockage areas.
We're working on it as we speak. So we've been doing a mixture of pan line, dozer line, and retardant lines as we speak.
Are there natural barriers that help with this, or what does containment look like
Can
total?
you speak up?
Yeah, we're using roads as best as we can. There are, with the Black Hills, there are a lot of roads we can use with the heavy logging that we do. That area, we've been doing a lot of logging / fuels work in the past 8 to 10 years. So there's a lot of access roads to get in there. There is a few canyons in some of our steeper area on the forest to deal with. So that is hampering with us, but luckily we are able to use a lot of the road system, rock outcroppings, and then just using hand lines, dozer lines, retardant lines as we speak.
Whenever we have major fires like this or any incidents, obviously it's community driven where everybody kind of comes together and works. Can you just touch on just in one summary of what all agencies and departments are kind of working on this right now as we speak?
So pretty much every fire in the hills, if you get large fires, you're going to have the state of South Dakota, you're going to have Black Hills Task Force, you're going to have Payne County, you're going to have depends on the county, Custer County, Lawrence County. You're going to have emergency management. Everybody helps on these fires, because honestly, not one agency can do the job that they need to do here. And luckily we work together pre-season, do after action reviews after to figure out what we did wrong, what can we do better. And I think we have really good crew cohesion even when we don't work with each other often. It works out well when we go to a fire like this. All the VFDs know we're all running the same hose lays, hose packs. We know what we're doing. We're like, yep, everyone knows the plan when we get there. We get a quick briefing and off we go. Like, I feel like, honestly, this is one of the best states, if not the best state, to have really good unified command or communication with everybody we have, with the county, state, the feds. I feel like we have a really good working relationship, and it started before I even came on with the government. So.
One more time, reiterate size of fire, containment, weather conditions.
Size of fire, 150-ish acres, 150 will go. 0% containment, and the weather, we're in a red flag today from, I believe, noon till 2200, I believe. I'd have to look at the weather exactly.
Do you have an estimate on the number of personnel that are on this now?
Right now, we're probably pushing 75 to 100. Trying to get more as we speak. You know, it's just, we had a lot of people working overnight, so we're trying to get them replaced. Like, I think we got some people on 30 hours going straight, so we're hoping to get some of them swapped out for fresher crews.
Reiterate where they can get information on evacuations and road closures.
Yeah, any information updates that we'll be sending out at Pennington County Sheriff's Office social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, we do have a lot of help on this with all the fire agencies from around the region. But one of the biggest helps that we can get is from you, the public. Just stay out of the area. I can't stress that enough. There's a lot of Forest Service roads and trails out there that our fire crews are going up and down. And if you guys are out there, you know, trying to be a looky-loo and get into the business and try to see some stuff, you're just going to get in their way and make it dangerous for them and yourself. So that's the biggest thing I would say is just stay out of the area and then watch our Facebook and our social media for any updates.
Could you just touch on a little bit more on like the firefighter fatigue that potentially could be developing? You know, 30 plus hours in any amount of hours in a fire is a lot. What are you guys doing, or how do you guys kind of mitigate that?
We're trying the best we can. You know, when you get an emerging incident like this, it's all hands on deck, and you hope that more people will get ordered up. You know, we place the orders. We're kind of on this little island in the Black Hills. You know, the Front Range is 5 hours away for more resources sometimes. Luckily, we're getting air tankers, so, you know, sometimes you got to work longer, and the people on the line know, you know, that's their job. When they you know, take the job, they're going to work long hours, and hopefully we get them swapped out. Just, we're hoping for the best. We've been getting people swapped out, so it's happening.
And just to get a bit more background, can you detail a bit of when and where the fire had started?
I am not exact. It's where the fire started.
Where and when? Like what
I don't
time?
know exactly when, dude.
It was last night about 6:15 off of First Thunder Road.